Contradictions in Culture, War Commentary Opener. Welcome back to Think About It. Today we're putting the conspiracy hat on and diving deep into the world of right-wing commentator Matt Walsh. He's known for fiery takes, sharp trolling, and leading the charge against progressive social movements. But are there contradictions in his persona and public impact that tell a bigger story? Matt Walsh is a conservative, right-wing political commentator, author, and podcast host for The Daily Wire. He is known for a provocative, sometimes trolling style. Major themes include opposition to LGBTQ+ rights and gender identity, criticism of progressive social movements, and strong support for traditional family, religion, and free speech. Notable works: What is a Woman? Documentary, books such as Johnny the Walrus, with anti-trans themes, and Church of Cowards. Public persona Walsh self-describes as a theocratic fascist. His presentation is combative, deliberately controversial, and harsh on left-wing positions. He frequently interacts with critics using sharp wit and cultivates a strongly anti-woke image. Walsh portrays himself as a defender of traditional values under siege. Possible role in the machine. Acts as a polarizer. Walsh fuels outrage among both his base, energizing conservative resentment/identity, and his critics. Reinforces division. His content rarely attempts dialogue, instead stoking culture war dynamics. Managed opposition. He keeps right-wing focus on social flashpoints rather than civil or economic policy. Walsh's extreme positions, amplified by mainstream and alternative media coverage, drive engagement but discourage nuanced debate. Does he help or hurt the masses? Hurts more than helps. Walsh deepens cultural divides, demonizes marginalized groups, especially LGBTQ+, and contributes to hostility and polarization. His style discourages empathy, compromise, and thoughtful discourse. For most people, especially those seeking meaningful solutions, his provocations are a distraction that rarely yield policy change or greater mutual understanding. Contradictions. Through the conspiracy lens. Let's put on the conspiracy hat to expose core contradictions in Walsh's pundit persona and role within the political machine. Persona. Casts himself as a fearless truth-teller, destroying woke narratives. Contradiction. Cherry-picks data, pushes debunked claims about trans issues, ignores evidence outside his worldview. What is a Woman? Presents as objective but disregards medical, scientific, personal testimony to promote a predetermined agenda. Conspiracy angle. The more Walsh claims to defend objective reason, the more he relies on emotional triggers for audience outrage, curating truth to amplify culture war for control and clicks. Persona. Rails against moral decline, promotes religious family values. Contradiction. Uses marketing stunts, shock tactics, and monetized outrage that profit directly from chaos. Plays cultural savior but profits from division, keeping audiences engaged. Conspiracy angle. His influence peaks when culture is fractured. As woke versus tradition battles rage, Walsh's role profits from polarized outrage, while real solutions, poverty, healthcare, unity, are ignored. Persona. Paints himself as anti-establishment, battling the elites. Contradiction. Works for The Daily Wire, a major conservative media company founded by multimillionaires and linked to establishment donors Knox networks. His outsider branding holds only if the audience overlooks the deeply corporate interests behind him. Conspiracy angle. The machine loves charismatic rebels. It can ultimately control. Positioning Walsh as edgy and anti-mainstream allows conservative elites to harvest grassroots energy and reinforce tribal identity, keeping audiences loyal and distracted from wider critiques. Persona. Defends free speech, The right to debate controversial topics. Contradiction. Routinely blocks, mocks, or bans dissenters. His show is an echo chamber. Difficult questions and nuanced guests are filtered out for core narrative reinforcement. Conspiracy angle. Walsh stokes the myth of cancel culture to frame his cause as existential, but privately supports mechanisms, censorship, exclusion, that benefit his argument. Free speech becomes a weapon, not a principle. How it hurts the masses. Walsh's contradictions do not empower honest debate or mutual understanding. Instead, they deepen the culture war, distract from collective action, and reinforce the dominance of the political machine that profits from managed conflict. Turn complex social issues into profit-driven spectacle, trivialize real suffering, and make truth, empathy, or justice even harder to find. With the conspiracy lens, Walsh's contradictions seem less like accidents and more like deliberate tactics, core parts of the ongoing divide and distract playbook. Though he appears to combat the machine, his persona helps keep it running. Closer, Walsh's brand of outrage may look like a crusade for truth and free speech. But through the lens of conspiracy and contradiction, it's clear that these tactics fuel division, monetize conflict, and distract us from real solutions. In the end, his role fits perfectly in a machine that profits from polarization and perpetual media spectacle, while collective progress takes a backseat. Stay curious, stay critical. If you're not questioning it, are you really thinking about it?